All right, good morning, everybody. Come on in. Real quick, just want to thank all our sponsors, the Adjourns and the Stacy's Catering, and everybody who's helped make this happen. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Yes.
What's that? KD's Catering?
KD's
I messed it up?
KD's Catering.
Okay, well, forget those other people. Yeah, forget them. They didn't help at all. Okay, thank you for the correction. Okay, we are going to call this meeting to order at, what time is it? 10:39.
10:39.
10:39.
And, Madam Secretary, you have the floor to do roll call.
It's much shorter today. I know you're sorry, right? Okay. The one thing I haven't done is correct this. So it's going to be one is absent and 2 is present. Okay. And 8. Everything is last minute here. Okay, Joshua Arnone. Benjamin Backrack. Amy Baum. Pete Blum. Gregory Bowen. Marana Carteret. Philip Carteret.
Well, those two have left, actually.
Yes, they
Oh.
have left.
They have departed.
They have left.
Can I take them off?
Yes, please do.
Okay, let's do that then. I'll have to move everybody up.
Yeah, that's yesterday, yeah.
-2, okay. James Campbell. Let me take out the one I already marked absent, sorry. James Campbell is here, okay. Audrey Capozzi. James Chipman. Richard Creamer. Dana Cummings. Ashley DeWitt. Amanda Dillon. Dale Doling. Nobody knows on him, okay. Robert Enright. Joshua Folsom. Robert Frank. Lawrence Gillis. Suzanne Gilmore is here. Martin Gold. I saw him this morning. Lawrence Goff. Jason Hamlin. Jason Grave. Thank you. Matthew Hazelton. Travis Hearn. Brandy Hicks. Gabe Higgins. Michael Higgs. Ralph Horton. Lynn House. Charles House. Augustus Invictus. Robert Inzerillo. Joseph Jacobs. Wayne Jackman. Gongki Jasuan. James Jensen. Lee Koritzer. He wouldn't answer till I said it right. Philip Labe. Guy Langsdale. Robert Lapham. Dave Levitt. George Leibovitz. Verlin Lewis. Artie Lurie. Jody McMasters. Jessica Mears. Everybody knows she's gone? Should I take her off? Okay. So that's 3. Okay. I don't have time to move these around here. Amy Meek. Hello. Oh, Marcos is gone. It's 4. Richard Molick. Eric Moore. He's not here. James Morris, I think, is here.
Yep.
Joel Mountain. James Neely. Stephen Nicola. Philippe Neptune. He left. Everybody knows. He's definitely left. Okay. That's 6. Daryl O'Kane. Raquel Okie. Kevin O'Neill. Ryan Ramsey. James Ray. Omar Requero. Carlos Rodriguez. Ronald Rollins. Robert Schlattman. Tony Sellers. Paul Stanton. Lawrence Stone. James Tall. John Thompson. Donnie Torok. William Turnage. Darlene Underwood. Joe Vaccarino. Michael Vaccarino. Joseph Wendt. Kenneth Willie. David Weisberg. Beatrix Wood. Russ Wood. Gabriel Wozniak. Matthew Wright. Charles Braden is here. Marcia Powell. Michelle Bryant. Miss Bryant here, do we know? Out of the room, do we call her A? Okay. Stacy Selleck. Bill Sadler. John Main. Okay, so we've got, anyone come in after, and I did not call your name? Anyone whose name was not called? It's okay, there's no punishment. Who just came in?
Yeah. That's Ryan Ramsey.
That was Ramsey and Hicks came in? Okay. Ramsey, present. Ramsey, Ryan Ramsey is present, yes? Brandy Hicks is present? Okay. Anybody else? Calling once. Calling twice. Okay. So that's 7, that's 5.
Michelle Brown. Just turn and talk to Michelle Brown and just turn and talk. Right. Good luck.
Yeah.
Okay, so 89 minus 5 is 84.
Yeah.
And 84 registered and 56 here.
Ooh.
Every year it's like that.
What was the minimum
Hey Greg, I like you, but take the ring away. I know. Oh yeah, it's good now, right? We're all good? Yeah, more power. Yay!
Mo power.
Fear my voice. Okay. Thank you for that. Quorum is established, and we will resume with the item that was postponed. Motion 2016, ABM Con 5. Where do we leave off? Do we have to motion to resume that, or do we just pick it up?
Yeah, we're gonna pick it up on that,
Well, we don't have to motion to, we just pick it up. Okay.
and then one in between, that's the one we forgot about.
Isn't that the one we, what's,
4, I think it's 4, right? Article
Con 5.
Is it number 4 we're on?
Oh, yeah, I was trying to look at that.
Right, so we'll start with the constitutional part, and then go to the bylaws? Oh, that'll work fine. That doesn't matter, does it? Okay, if you're looking in your packets, it's on page 3. ABM Constitution 5. All of the motions to amend it failed, is that correct? That's what I believe. Yeah, the current reading on that?
I'm sorry, what? Did I read what?
I know there was a bunch of proposed amendments, but
They were all canceled out. They all failed. They all
They all
failed.
failed. So
They
we're
all
back to
failed,
the
so we're
beginning.
right back to the original. So right, what's printed. All that failed.
So we're back to the main motion on
Main
this, is that
motion,
correct? That's how I understood it. Okay. So I haven't lost my crackers completely. Very well. Is there any discussion on this proposed motion to amend the Constitution, Article 4, Section 2? They're like, what are you talking about?
Which motion number?
Article 4,
Page 3.
Section 2. Page 3.
I'll read it.
3?
I'll read it. Motion to amend Article 4, Section 2 of the Constitution to delete the current wording and replace as follows. Article 4, adoption and amendments. We are going to strike Part A, which says amendments must be published among the Executive Committee and the county affiliates and all members in good standing 30 days prior to the annual business meeting and passed by 2/3 of the members present at that meeting, and replace with amendments must be published by the, excuse me, I'm restarting. Amendments must be published on the official LPF webpage, and notice of that publication must be given to the Executive Committee, the county affiliates, and all members in good standing 30 days prior to the annual business meeting. Only amendments that are properly published and given proper notice will be heard at the annual meeting. This Constitution is amended by a vote of 2/3 of the membership at any regular or special meeting. That's the changes. Oh, I'm slightly incorrect, I'm sorry. Section 2, I'm going to read it in its entirety. Amendments of the Constitution may be made in one of the following ways. So that was struck. Did I just mess it up? I'll let you read it.
All right. The constitutional amendment number 5, if adopted, would read as follows. Article 6, adoption and amendments. Section 2, amendments to the Constitution may be made in one of the following ways. And it would read, A, amendments must be published on the official LPF webpage, and notice of that publication must be given to the Executive Committee, the county affiliates, and all members in good standing 30 days prior to the annual business meeting. Only amendments that are properly published and given proper notice will be heard at the annual meeting. Sorry, I scribbled it all out. So this Constitution is amended by a vote of 2/3 of the membership at any regular or special meeting. In Part B, upon establishment of affiliates in each county in Florida, a proposed amendment can be accepted by 3/4 vote of the Executive Committee and ratified by 3/4 of the county affiliates. And the change is noted where you see the strikeouts and the underlined. So, is there any discussion, I guess?
A professional reader. Any discussion on this item? Great. You propose that amendment? Because it doesn't say that.
But I thought it, okay. I thought we went back to the original writing because everything.
Yeah, I thought everything else.
All right, so we went back to the original writing.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you make the motion? We'll do it. Well, why don't we just do that? You make a motion to add that? I'm going to put your phone here. Okay. All right. Greg Bowen made the motion. It's been seconded by lots of people, by John Thompson. So we're gonna add the words "at least"
At least
in
30
good
days.
standing, at least 30 days prior. Okay, is there any discussion on that motion to amend? Doesn't seem like it. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Okay. She says nay.
Joseph Jacobs, okay, we'll put you down, thank you.
There we go. Discussion after the fact is not recognized. Are there any other motions to amend or any other discussion on this motion? Aye. Yeah, I'm actually concerned about that. There is.
Yeah, we passed yesterday, it was motion number 2016 ABM BY3. It's, I guess, bylaws, Article 3, Section 4G, special meetings. Special meetings of the executive committee may be called by the chair or 2/3 of the EC at any time, provided the purpose of the call, time, date, and contact information is given at least 24 hours in advance. That's where at least was. At least 24 hours in advance. Only items listed
Yes.
for a special meeting shall be acted upon at the special meeting.
Right, but okay, but this doesn't mean to imply that a special meeting of the executive committee can change the Constitution.
No, we cannot. We're not supposed to be able to.
I certainly would hope not. Okay, that's her interpretation of it. I think that could be a valid interpretation of it. Any more discussion on that? Do I hear a motion to strike those words? Right, so. Okay, is there a or special? At any member, so it would read, of the membership at any regular meeting? Okay. Okay, well, his motion hasn't been seconded, so he can change it now if he'd like. Okay, read it to me again then. Okay, so we're going to strike any regular or special and put we're going to put the annual business. Is that seconded? And who was that? Any discussion on that amendment? Lynn, and then you, sir. Hold on. You're next, sir. I'm sorry. I was trying to point to. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sure. Well, we've got people in front of you. Yeah, you, sorry. It's Paul, right? Oh, it's been seconded. Okay. Well, the word, postpone and table are different. Table is essentially to kill it. Yeah, that's
Next
what it
business
means.
meeting, if we pick up.
Right, exactly. Postpone, you have to give a certain date. Okay, the motion's been made to table. What? Correct. Correct. It'll have to be reintroduced. That's, yeah. Yeah. Yes, but the motion was just made for that. So that was a point of order there to give information. So, no, it's okay. That was, she was giving information to the body so that they understand what they're about to vote on. Because, well, Paul did, yes. Okay, it's not a discussionable motion, so it's been made. All in favor of tabling this, say aye. Aye. All opposed? That didn't pass.
It did not pass.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and I haven't, I'm
Hold on.
trying to get this thing ready for the roll call, so give me a minute.
You want to do a standing count? Okay, all those who want this to pass, say aye, please stand. This is to table, which would make it effectively go away for today. You are standing?
No,
And what was our count?
and we had 50.
Oh, if we had 60, we didn't make it. Yeah, that's true. We have 56. All in favor? Oh, well, that was in favor. All opposed, please stand. Now, don't stand this time if you stood last time. We'll do this
Hey,
again.
Chicago rules. One, two, right here. Then what? She was standing. Suzanne was standing.
Yeah, I was standing.
You got 26? Okay.
All right. Close the vote.
So that was 29 for, 27 against.
Table.
56. Everybody voted. Okay,
tabled.
it's been tabled. Write that down.
Damn. I thought we took care of that.
Oh, there's always next year.
Yeah. Manana.
Okay, so we're going to do this one? By 5? All right. Dana, you're recognized because I know you want to make a motion.
All right, we will now move on to motion number 2016 ABM-BY-5. Motion to amend bylaws Article 4, Section 3C. And this motion is to strike the entirety of this section, which is titled Credentials. And it's pretty much because we don't follow that. We haven't been doing that, so there's no reason to have it in there.
Is there a second? I think Greg skipped it. Okay. Would you like to put a privilege on this?
No.
Any discussion on this item? Oh, come on. All right then. We'll bring it straight to a vote. All in favor of this amendment, which would strike that bylaw, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Well, that was painless.
I know, that was
That was number 5. Was that number 5?
Yes.
That was number 5.
ABM 5.
We struck that completely. Number 5. We struck completely.
Dana, you recognized?
No, right.
Next is motion number 2016 ABM-BY6, motion to amend bylaws Article 4, Section 5. This is also to strike the entire bylaws, section F in its entirety regarding the host affiliate, because we changed the rules last year and it no longer applies.
Is there a second? Without my glasses, I can't recognize anybody.
They're in your head.
I know where they are. They're not on my face.
He just doesn't want to see you.
Oh, yeah. I can't read. I've gotten older. Okay, it's been seconded. Any discussion on this point of privilege? Any discussion? No discussion. Okay, all in favor of striking this, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.
I
Mr.
think
Greg
the ayes
Jensen
have it.
opposes. Gotta have one. Very well. All right.
That was close. That was a close
We'll move
vote.
on to the standing rules. Dana, would you like to be recognized? All right. Dana supported this motion. This motion.
Well, no, the number.
I know, but two of them were strikes.
2016 ABM SR1. Motion to amend Standing Rules Article 1, Section 4. Move to add to the Standing Rules Article 1, Section 4. Section 4 reads, "The membership committee shall act to coordinate volunteers." End quote. Is there a second? Lynn House seconds. Any discussion on this? Greg asks why. Okay.
Ask them.
You want to answer?
Yes, basically just because, as we know, there's not a lot of direction written out to people of what they're supposed to do, so this way, if someone is in the membership committee, if someone says, well, whose job was it to coordinate volunteers? Now we know. I think it lists, I think that section,
Section 4 of the membership.
yes,
There's 3 more above it.
yeah,
This adds guilt for.
yeah.
Any other discussion or question? Yes, sir, you're recognized. Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. Sir. Okay, we'll get to you in a minute. And that's exactly why this is here. Because you thought that and other people thought different things. This is not a new group. This is an added responsibility to the existing membership committee. Mr. Thompson? It shouldn't stop anybody. All this does is say, where do we send a new volunteer? This way, right now, that question has come up on the EC more often than you might imagine. Oh, I got somebody who wants to do something. Who do I talk to? And it's usually it's followed by, what do they want to do? Oh, they want to go to events. Okay, we'll send them to Russ. Oh, they want to work on the website. Okay, send them to Allison. So this way, at least we can all say, send them to Lynn, and she'll love that. Send them to Lynn, and she'll go, okay, let's get you hooked up and plugged in.
Yes.
That's certainly implied. Yeah, I would have no trouble with the membership committee organizing themselves to effectively do that rule.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Great idea.
In fact, I'd kind of be annoyed if they didn't. Any other discussion on this? Okay, we'll bring it to a vote. All in favor of adding this to the standing rules, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.
Should have close vote.
Yeah, it was close. I was sweating it. Is that all the items that were? I think it is.
Is that it?
Now we are down to motions from the floor. Madam Secretary, do you have those?
I was going to ask about that. There were, on the sign-up thing for the convention, there was a place to put motions.
Yes.
And I have not, to my knowledge, been given access to those.
Hold on.
Can someone who does?
Can you bring up the web browser?
I can.
Yeah, we can get you. We got that.
Okay. do you wanna go?
Docks,
Okay,
DOCS? No, no, no.
okay.
Step away, brother.
Disregard.
Type in DOCS,
Mhm.
docks, LPS. .com/,
Dot org?
.org/, yeah.
Okay.
Floor, slash, enter.
Enter. I almost typed enter.
I know, I did too. I got the reading. Governing doc, motions for the floor.
Okay, there they are.
Where are they?
Well, I assume,
Scroll down.
let's see, motions already submitted,
Yeah.
one,
There they are.
Got one.
two.
Got
We
two?
have two
You have
already
two that I
submitted.
All right.
Can I have you read
And
those?
then if anybody else wants, maybe we can set them up. But there was a pile of papers here, I may have. Okay. So do you want me to read the first motion from the floor?
I believe that's what he said he wanted you to do.
You want me to read it, sir? The
Yeah,
first one?
I'll do that for you. Okay, so this is the first one from Paul Patton, is that correct?
The first one is,
From Lawrence Gillis.
Lawrence Gillis.
Okay. All right, our first motion is from Lawrence Gillis. Madam Secretary, if you'd read that, please.
Title of motion, abolish capital punishment. Type of motion, platform. Motion text, that the following language be added to the public safety section of the platform. And that is, capital punishment is the ultimate expression of the arrogance of the state. It should be abolished.
Is there a second?
Second.
You can grab whoever you want for that second.
Here we won't put down one.
Any discussion? Omar, you recognized? You think it's out of order? Why, sir? Because it clarifies where it should be?
Yeah, it should have, realistically, to be a proper motion, it should say where in the platform, so it should cite platform, section, number, number and section in order for it to be properly considered.
Okay,
You have a point, sir.
we'll rule it out of order.
Okay. Next one.
What's the next one?
Next one,
Where's Mr. Gillis? Is he here?
is Mr. Gillis
Okay.
here?
Hey, he right
Yeah,
there.
without my glasses.
That's
I know where they are, though.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Title of motion, murder victims. Type of motion, constitution. Motion text.
Who's the author?
Lawrence Gillis.
Okay.
That the following language be added to the public safety section of the platform.
So it's going to be similarly problematic?
It does not contain a citation
Okay.
of location and what it would change,
All right.
only the text of the change.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, challenge for the ruling, right? It's seconded, okay. It's not discussionable? Okay, I was just checking that.
So
Is it up or
both
down?
of them
Very well
say-
then. Okay, for clarity's sake, the ruling was earlier, it's not on this. Or was it on this?
They both said public safety
Which
section.
ruling are you objecting to, just for clarity?
The fir-
For the first one? Very well.
First one.
We'll go ahead and do that. All in favor of overturning the ruling of the chair, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. We'll have, standing vote, is that acceptable, sir? We could try that. Okay, we could try that.
Practice.
Well, it's not about the motion. It's about the ruling of the chair. Say again? Yeah. That's fine by me. I rule against it. All in favor of overruling the chair, please stand, and we'll do a counting vote. In favor of overruling the chair.
You want to count off?
Yeah, Mr. Peterson has to sit, though.
Okay, I'm gonna start off with, I'll start off with one. I'll
Who's it
start
for
off
one?
with one.
Sit down, sit down, sit down. Nope, you're five.
5,
9, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, say it loud, 17. 22. 28 out of 56. I am gonna, I vote aye.
Oh, that just,
Yeah. I'll overrule myself. Okay.
that's unusual.
Well, I'd rather put it to a vote and see what the delegates think.
Hey,
So, okay.
hey,
All right.
it is, that's the proper role. is
Okay.
to-
So we're going to bring that motion back. It is no longer out of order. Would you read it again, Suzanne, the first motion about capital punishment?
Abolish capital punishment platform, that the following language be added to the public safety section of the platform. Capital punishment is the ultimate expression of the arrogance of the state. It should be abolished. Made by Lawrence Gillis.
Okay, and it was seconded. Okay, Little seconded again, just in case. Lynn, you recognize. Very well. Is there a second? Okay.
That's a friendly amendment.
Yeah, well, no, that's not. It was seconded properly.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
any discussion on that amendment? All in favor of adding that? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Pete.
No, I take objection to the emotional tone of the wording saying the arrogance of the state. I don't
Okay.
approve the state action, I don't approve the
Okay.
capital punishment.
That's,
However, a platform item requires careful thinking. That's why I voted in favor of your original ruling to leave it till later and think it out better. But if we're gonna go ahead and discuss it, I think it should be something more along the lines of capital punishment is an ineffective and inappropriate kind of policy as opposed to saying it's an arrogant rule of the state. Those kind of emotional words used in solving sometimes.
okay. Okay, just for point of order, I appreciate your comments. We're just talking about changing that amendment so that it puts it in the proper position. Omar, did you want to discuss the amendment or the main motion? You want to discuss the amendment? Go ahead. Article 4, Section
3
Section 3.
is what I got.
Was that was just a question, or did you have a comment? Okay, any comments on the amendment to add that text? All in favor of adding that text, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And we've got at least one nota.
Yeah,
We had some nays, but at least one nota. Okay,
it's only right.
any comments on the main motion about adding the entire thing to the platform? That's what Pete was talking about. You recognize?
I agree with what you're trying to add to the platform, absolutely. I do think that it needs to be a little more thought out and kind of work out the wording a little bit. So in our platform, we're presenting a better idea, better wording, perhaps a little more on the thing. So I think this is something that we should maybe work on over the next year and bring it forward to the delegates and look at the word and add it to the platform.
Very well. George, you recognize? Is that a motion to amend? Okay, so we're going to strike the current wording and replace it with capital punishment needs to be abolished?
Correct.
Or
Need be.
should be, I want to get your, it should be abolished. Okay,
Should be abolished.
very well. And it has been seconded? Mr. Gillis? Oh, I thought you were asking to discuss. Oh, okay, okay. Ryan? which motion are you making? Well, okay. All right, well, that's technically out of order. Right now, the motion to amend the language is what's on the floor. So, no problem. I'm just saying. Any discussion on the motion to amend the language? All right then. All in favor of amending that language, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And another nota. Very well. So how does the motion currently read?
I believe it now reads, capital punishment should be abolished.
Yeah, that's
Is that
the text.
correct?
But the whole text was something about which article. But
Okay, all right, sorry. So now we have, title of motion, abolish capital punishment. Motion to amend Article 4, Section 3,
right, to add article.
to add?
Add Article 4,
Okay.
Section 3.
I was listening to other people. Okay, motion to add Article 4, Section 3 to the platform. Text reads, abolish capital punishment.
Capital punishment
should be
should be abolished, is how it reads. Capital
I'm
punishment should be
sorry,
abolished.
capital punishment should be
Okay.
abolished.
Ryan, if you want, I'd be happy to recognize you again. You're making a motion to table or a motion to refer to committee? Motion to refer to the platform committee. Has that been seconded? Dana seconds? Okay. Dana is the chair of the platform committee, by the way, in case you're wondering. All right, that's also not discussion, or not, I'm pretty sure it's not. Okay, thank you for someone checking that out. All right then, all in favor of moving this to committee, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That was a few. Okay, it is now at the committee.
So it's moved
Move to committee.
to the
Platform
platform committee.
Correct.
All right.
That's a good start, yeah.
I have a procedural question. We overruled the chairman's ruling once about that, and we have a very similar thing. Can the chairman just reverse himself and go back, or do we need to overrule it again? The last reverse result. Let's put the other one back on the docket and see what happens.
Okay.
Well, that one was pretty contentious, and it's essentially the same situation.
So you want it read?
So the next one.
The second motion.
Yeah.
Title of motion, murder victims. Type of motion, constitution. I believe that should perhaps read platform.
I believe it's a typo. It should be platform.
Did you intend to do that? Can we assume that then?
Well, it hasn't been
Platform?
seconded yet.
Or
Sir, would
do
you like
we-
to change that word to platform? Okay.
Thank you. Motion text, that the following language be added to the public safety section of the platform. Until capital punishment is abolished in Florida, individuals should have the statutory right to sign and to file with the Attorney General a written notice that, if they are ever murdered, they do not wish to have their murderer executed. Reasons may be given in the notice. A true copy of this written notice shall be given in hand to each juror at the beginning of the sentencing phase of any murder prosecution. Made by Lawrence Gillis.
Is there a second? Joshua Folsom. Any discussion on that?
Okay? The text. Until capital punishment is abolished in Florida, individuals should have the statutory right to sign and to file with the Attorney General a written notice that if they are ever murdered, they do not wish to have their murderer executed. Reasons may be given in the notice. A true copy of this written notice shall be in hand to each juror at the beginning of the sentencing phase of any murder prosecution.
You recognize, sir? We'll just ping-pong around this. Yeah.
I hope we don't have one of those.
Would you like to address that, sir? Yes, I'll let you. Okay, there were a lot of hands. John Thompson, did you want to, because you stood up a minute ago. Okay. Okay. You can answer the question, then we'll go to Mr. Wozniak. Let him answer the question, then we'll go to Mr. Wozniak. You answer the question, then go to Mr. Wozniak. Mr. Wozniak, I said you could be next. I'll try to get to everybody. Please be patient. There were a lot of hands, and they were all over the place. I believe Ryan was next, and then we had, like, we'll go to Rob, and then, and your name's still Greg, right? Okay. Okay, Mr. Lapham, I will try to get to everybody. Greg, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I thought you were done. You are? I apologize for cutting you off. Greg? Lynn? That's good information. I'll see you two gentlemen in just a moment because Mr. Joshua had his hand up, and then it'll be the man in blue, and I believe that's green. Okay, Lee, you're next. Okay, that's been seconded. Move to, and seconded to send this to the platform committee. All in favor of sending this to the platform committee, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Ayes have it.
Yeah, I have it. Oh, nobody's going to add anything else. Okay, it's off to the committee.
Does anybody know what happened to the motions from the floor papers for people?
I never saw any papers.
You're talking about the penny.
The ones printed for any additional motions?
I don't think they were filled out, were they?
No, I don't know of any were filled out.
Are there any other motions from the floor at all? Both of the platform went to, okay, hearing none. This could be my favorite part of the whole thing.
Do we
I'm
have
seeking a
any-
motion to adjourn this meeting.
What,
No,
may,
no, no,
sir,
no.
sir, what may I,
What?
a point of objection?
Now all of a sudden we got, I
I'm
asked.
sorry.
I
I'm sorry.
asked, is there anything else? And nobody said a word.
I was saying it. Just one quick question. Is there an announcement on the LP thing, or were they still working on it? On the delegates, do we have the results that we want to announce,
I
or is
do
that
not have that
later?
announcement. I will make that available probably tomorrow or the next day. There's some counting and stuff that has to go on. There's some
Okay.
stuff.
I thought if it was ready, we should
It's
probably
nearly
do it.
ready. Mr. Dick Creamer gave me the preliminary list, and there's one or two things that have to be made with that, decisions that have to be made with that.
Okay.
Yeah, like, for example, the list is missing Vicki Kirkland. She's clearly on the list. She's supposed to be right there at number 2. It's not there. So it's an administrative issue that needs to be taken care of. And so if I read the list and her name's not out there, everybody will look at the
Yeah,
recording and
it'll
say,
be
her name's
incorrect.
not out there. So I don't want that. We will make the list available as soon as we get those corrections done.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, well, yeah, go ahead. Omar, you're next, sir. Which ones? Oh, you have 2. Are they in the database? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we only had the 2.
I only
up there.
see the 2
These
here.
are, the only 2 that are here were the 2 from Mr. Gillis.
Okay. I'll let him stand and make them in a second. What?
What?
Where are they?
We don't have.
Come on
them.
up here and show them if you have them. The records I say 2, and then we took care of them. I believe you, dude. I don't have them.
Please find them for us. We can't find them.
Sir, you're recognized.
I'm just so glad you asked that. You have slack on here? I'm so glad you asked that. Good. From here, last night's collections of the fundraiser dinners, $1,455 initial, and we had 2 of those that were going to be monthly, every month of $10 from one person, and then $25 from another person. Everything else was one time only. We did collect $360 in T-shirts yesterday that we sold, and we did sell add-on sales as far as dinners and things, another $270. So yesterday's event, we raised an extra $2,075 yesterday. Well, believe it or not, we did very, very well in this. Preliminary indications indicate that we have about $9,000 to $10,000 in expenses, and anywhere between 13,000 to 16,000 in total sales. So
We'll actually publish a report, a financial
Yes.
impact report on what this cost.
yes,
It'll come out a few days after the delegate list.
yes. And if you'd like to make continuing donations, please go to the LPF website, click donation, make it a monthly donation. I would like $5 a month from everybody. That's all I want. If I can get $5 from 56 people in here, you know what a difference that would make? That's a lot of money. It adds up. What now? Yep. Well, yeah, they were talking about last night, they were talking about how they had 1,500 active people that gave dues 20 years ago.
Right. We
don't have 20 people that give money every month. I'm not making this up.
He's
I
not
wish I
making it up.
was. Anyway, please donate.
Lynn? Move to recess for 20 minutes. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? See you back here in 20 minutes.
Find your
That'll help Omar too.